Welcome back to the channel, everybody. For those of you that don't know me, my name's Oz, and today I'm going to be showing you how to improve your Lightroom photo editing skills to make your photos stand out and look more impressive. So let's get into it. It was snowing in London today, which is quite rare, so I thought I'd take the opportunity to go outside with my friend, take some shots, see what we can work with, just to give an example of how to take a simple shot and make it look a bit more impressive and punchy in Lightroom. And here I've uploaded a photo that I took from Greenwich Park where everyone was kind of sledding down this hill. So first things first, what I like to do is adjust the crop and straighten out the image. That's the way I like to start off. I think that's about right. Press enter. And then what I like to do is play around with the exposure, and if there's anything I want to bring back, for example, if I want to brighten it up a little bit, bring up the shadows, if I want to bring back some of the highlights in the sky, as you can see here, just play around with that. I also like to change the contrast straight after. And another way you can do this, if the contrast kind of crushes everything, what you can do is boost the whites and lower the blacks here. That basically acts as a contrast adjuster. Another great tool is clarity, and what that does, it just makes it a bit more punchy. Dehaze is interesting. It's almost like contrast, but it also adds color as you do it, so you can see a bit more texture and color appearing, but it does darken the image a little bit, so you have to be quite careful with that. And then I will go into the color, like vibrance, saturation, which can boost things a little bit. As you can see, it's added a bit more color in there. One other thing I forgot to mention is color correction, as in the white balance is extremely important. That kind of changes the whole feel of a photo, so you can make it cooler. As you can see, it's quite blue, or you can boost it up and make it a bit more warm. As it's a kind of winter photo, I'd opt to just keep the white balance as it is, or you can kind of lower it and make it a bit cooler like this. I can grab this tool here, and although it's lighter at the moment, you can bring the detail in the sky back a little bit more. So you can bring the highlights back and use clarity or dehaze on the sky. That really makes it a bit more punchy. As you can see, it makes a huge difference. Although it's a bit darker, we can certainly fix that by also increasing the exposure, but that detail of the sky is there now. You can also change the color of the sky. So currently it's on blue, but you can boost it and make it a bit orange. Obviously, it looks a bit over exaggerated, but you can play around with that. So probably the blue about here works. There we go. And just to give you a comparison again of a before and after, that was the original on the left, and that's how it looks after we've tweaked and edited everything. Now, moving on to another photo. Here's one of my friend walking down just by Greenwich University. As you can see, it's massively underexposed. I kind of took it while he was walking and didn't adjust for the lighting. But what I can do is first, again, start with the exposure, bring back that lost detail in the dark. And now to add contrast, I will boost the whites again and lower the black. For this one, as we have buildings, clarity works really well with buildings. It just makes it a bit more punchy, as you can see. What Lightroom does have though is these really nice presets that you can use on the left. I feel like this would go very nicely in black and white, so they have really nice presets, as you can see here. I'll go through them. Infrared, selenium tone, sepia tone, split tone. I kind of really like this black and white flat one, although we lose the detail on him. So what you can do is to use one of these presets, start with it. As you can see, this just looks brilliant already. It almost looks like an album cover. What you can do is get this brush tool here, and you can set the exposure a bit higher. So, and as you can see, because the exposure is higher, it's exposing him slightly, and then you can boost that. There we go, to make him appear, just stand out a bit more. There we go. I mean, I already love that the way it is, just before and after. So using these simple tools like exposure, playing around with the highlights, the shadows, the blacks, the clarity and dehaze, you can come up with some really standout images. And it doesn't even take that long. It's just a matter of playing around with what you have here. So if you did like this video, please do feel free to like and subscribe. There'll be more videos like this coming very soon, so I'll catch you on the next one.